While we are slightly cooling down into today, it's Thursday and beyond that some of the coldest air of this season will be set to arrive. We're talking about temperatures in the upper 30s for a high temperature on Thanksgiving, and then slowly slinking into the lower 30s for Saturday and much of this weekend, December 1st on Sunday. So what are we talking about weather-wise besides the cold temperatures? Maybe a few flurries on Thanksgiving in northeast Nebraska, but maybe the potential for a little light snow overnight into Saturday morning. Talking about the next few days. So something we're keeping a close eye on, and something I'll have a little bit more to talk about here in just a few. Owl Communications camera out there right now, South 21st and L Street. A little bit of a wind. There was a wind direction change too. Whereas you see across the state, we've got northerly winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour for most of us. And so colder air pushing its way in from the north and working to change over some precipitation into the form of maybe a little patchy drizzle, some light rain though, because it's warmer in southwest Nebraska. And you see a lot of radar returns over southeast Nebraska too, but we've actually got a lot of dry air in place. So a lot of this is struggling to make it to the ground and will through much of the day today. Did want to point out from about a line to from Lexington down to Red Cloud, these areas of pink, that could be some patchy freezing drizzle trying to mix in. So there could be some slick spots, especially in low-lying areas if you've got to travel through some of these areas early on today. Other than that, a lot of this activity is going to continue to slink southward throughout this morning, and maybe cold enough that we see a transition over to snow from about Kearney back to the west toward McCook through the later morning hours today, and then we're gradually clearing throughout much of this afternoon and fairly quiet for Wednesday night and throughout much of the Thanksgiving holiday. Maybe a few flurries passing by and clipping northeast Nebraska Thursday afternoon, but other than that, we're going to be quiet and quite chilly in the days to come. High maybe of 40 degrees throughout the day today. Again, north wind's going to make it feel fairly chilly, and especially with some cloud cover throughout a majority of the morning and into the afternoon. But then there is a passing disturbance that we're going to be watching closely Friday night into Saturday. There is still a signal from some models of some snow beginning late Friday night and into Saturday morning, especially in southeast Nebraska toward Kansas City through much of the morning. So something we're going to be watching for in terms of a lot of us maybe having our next best potential for our first flakes to fly this season. We're not talking about a lot of snow, but if you've got some travel plans on Saturday, this will be something to watch. Maybe up to a half an inch in some of our longer range models hinting at today, but something we'll be watching quite closely as these numbers have been fluctuating a lot. And we've still got about 3 days until we hammer out some of those details as we get closer to that event. But yes, colder air. Boy, does even Black Friday morning shopping look fairly cold as we're talking about temperatures bottoming out near 14 degrees on Friday for those early morning shoppers, and then even Saturday night and a Sunday morning, maybe a low of 11 degrees, barely above the single digits, but something we'll be watching for with that snow potential into Saturday morning.